based upon his past conduct and what we know about him, I don't have any doubt that he was drunk that night. But what I know and what I can prove beyond a reasonable doubt aren't always the same thing.
Wow, Facebook really exploding over this. A guy gets 5 years. He's had 150 traffic-related arrests, 11 DUI arrests. This 4-year-old boy is run down, and he takes off and leaves the scene, and he gets 5 years. Akita on Facebook says, whose car was it anyway? Should that person be responsible? My question is, how could he possibly even have a vehicle if his license was revoked more than 20 years ago? And Joe Gomez, why didn't he have a breathalyzer installed in his vehicle? That's from Brad on Facebook. Why did he have a car? Can't the government say, you can't have a license, therefore you can't have a car?
There should be some kind of ordinance or law like that in place to where, yeah, you shouldn't be able to possess a car, especially if you've had 11 DWI arrests. That should certainly be something that they look at before selling you a car. You get a car registered with the state. My other question is, this guy, as I understand it, was driving a GMC pickup, a pickup truck. Now, even though he was driving a pickup, he hit 2 kids, a 4-year-old and a 10-year-old. I cannot believe that he wouldn't have felt anything. He wouldn't have, wanted to stop, pull over on the side of the road to see what did he hit. It wasn't like he hit a rabbit or something like that. If he had any sliver of humanity inside of him, wouldn't he want to pull over to make sure what he hit was okay, or that it didn't damage his car or his friend's car? No.
Well, Nick Zotos, you're the attorney for Ricky Wheaton. How would you answer that?
We had insurance on the vehicle. There was a civil settlement on the case where the family was represented. He actually had insurance. So according to you, he shouldn't have a vehicle, or he should not be allowed to have car insurance. Nevertheless, the accident reconstruction report, is a problem that the prosecutors could not circumvent. It said that any driver might have not been able to avoid the accident. But, there's a lot of ways to explain it. You hit a pothole. You hit some debris on the street.
Two children are not a pothole, sir. I mean, 2 kids, we're talking about little kids, not a pothole, not a rabbit, not a squirrel, somebody's babies. One of them is dead. How do you explain that?
How do we explain it? I don't have to explain it, sir.
And the other one is going to feel like
I don't know who you're performing for, but,
Who am I performing for? I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. I'm trying to figure out what was going through this guy's mind. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
That's what the Highway Patrol did, sir. And Mr. Wheaton stood in front of a judge and pled guilty.
What you're representing him? How does he feel about this? Is what I'm wondering.
Oh, I don't share that with you. That's a privileged conversation.
Look, we're trying to understand how this could happen, and it's not on you, Nick. You're representing somebody, but you're in the hot seat because there's national outrage. Now, let's talk for